This is linear algebra number 3. Let's solve a system of equations. 3 equations with 3 unknowns. Okay. These are the 3 equations. X, Y, Z are the unknowns. Let's use matrix to write down the augmented matrix. So, this is the augmented matrix. Okay. So let's continue. Okay. Let's call this equation 1, 2, 3. And let's call this 4, 5, 6. Equation 4, equation 5, equation 6. Look, this equation has a common factor 5. Therefore, I can divide this line, this row, by 5. Let's do that. Okay. Let me erase this. This is this row is still the row 4, not this 4. And the next, I divide row 5 by 5. So I cannot get this. And I keep this row. All right. This row is still my row 6. Row 6 is still my row 6. Okay. So next, I want to make this 0. How do I make this 0 now? I can multiply this by 2 and add this to the first row here. So let me label this 4, 5, 6. So it's 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. Keep the first row, 7. I keep 4, minus 2, 6, 35. Now I do this. Row 7 plus 2 times row 8. Okay. 2 times negative 4 is 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And I add this to this, negative 4 and 4, add, I get 0. 2 times this is 2. And add this 2 to negative 2, I get 0. 2 times negative 3, I have negative 6. Negative 6 plus 6, I get 0. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 35 is 43. And I keep row 9. So it's 6 minus 3, 9 minus 50. So I have this result. Look at this row. This row means 0x plus 0y plus 0z equals 43. That is not right. I cannot have 0 equals 43. This is not true. Therefore, this system of equations has no solution. Zero equals 43 is not true. Therefore, this system of equations has no solution. Okay. So that's this problem. Let's do another problem. This is my system of equations. I have 4 equations and 4 unknowns. X, Y, Z, W. 4 equations, 4 unknowns. First of all, let's write this using matrix. Okay. So I have 1, 0, 0, -2, and -3. I made a mistake. Let's see whether I made this. I write this correctly. 1 and no y, no z, no y, no z. W is -2, -3. That's right. No x. Y is. Oops. Did I make this mistake? 2, 2, 0, 0. Y is 2, Z is 2, no W, 0. Yeah, okay. So next one, no X, no Y, just 1 Z, and 3W1 here. And this is -2, 3, 2, 1, 5. Okay, now I'm right. So I can keep this row 1 because I want to start with 1. So I erase this. My whiteboard is too small. I have to keep erasing something. Okay, I keep the row 1. 1, 0, 0, -2, -3. This one I can divide by 2 to make this 1. So I okay. Let me keep this row. So 0, 0, 1, 3, 1. And the next, I want to make this 0. So I multiply this by 2, add to here, and I get 0. So this is just number 1. This is row 2 divided by 2. This is row 3. And this one, I want to make this 0. So I multiply 2 to 1, 2 to 1, and subtract, no, add to row 4. So I get 0. Multiply 2 is still 0. This is 3. Multiply 2, add to this is 2. Multiply 2, I get -4. -4 plus 1 is -3. multiply this by 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. Okay, next, I want to make this 0. So how do I do it? I can multiply this by 3 and subtract this. All right. Okay, so let's make this clear. This is a negative. Okay. So I keep this. Yeah, I keep this, and I multiply this by 3 and subtract that. I label that. All right. So, sorry, I have to erase again. Okay. Keep the row 5. Keep this. Keep the next one. Okay. 3 times row 6. 3 times row 6. Subtract row 8. Okay. 0. 3 times this is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 times 0 is 0. Subtract negative 3 is positive 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 0. Subtract negative 1 is 1. Okay, row 9, 10, 11, sorry, this is this is 10, this is 11, and this is 12. Notice that this row and this row are exactly the same. So if I subtract these two, I get 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. So that's what I'm going to do next. Keep 9, keep 10, keep 11. I keep 9, keep 10, keep 11. So, yeah, now the next, row 11, subtract row 12. 1 minus 1 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 1 minus 1 is again 0. This row is 11 minus 12. Okay. What does this row mean? I have 0 on the left-hand side and 0 on the right-hand side. So 0 is equal to 0. But that is always true. 0 equals 0. So what is left then? I have 4 equations, right? 4 rows, 4 equations. But the last equation is 0 equals 0, which is just nothing. So what is left are 3 equations only. 3 equations. There is no the next equation. The fourth equation is nothing. So I have 3 equations. However, I have 4 unknowns. I have 3 equations with 4 unknowns. I cannot solve for x, y, z, w. No. I need 4 equations to solve for 4 unknowns. So what does it mean by I have 3 equations and 4 unknowns? Which means one of the unknown is a parameter. So I can write my answers this way. I have x minus 2w equals -3. I have y plus z equals 0. I have z plus 3w equals 1. I have 3 equations, 4 unknowns. So I let w equals a parameter. If I do that, then x is -3 plus 2t. Y is, move this to the other side, is minus z. Z is 1 minus 3W. But W, I call it T. And W is T. Now this Y is equal to negative Z, so I can continue writing. Z is this, so negative Z means negative 1 plus 3T. So I have 4 unknowns, but they are expressed in terms of a parameter T. I can give T any value. If I give T any value, then I have X, Y, Z corresponding to that particular T value. Next, I can give T a different value. If I do that, X, Y, Z all becomes a different set of values. So, how many answers do I have? I have infinitely many answers. Do you get it? Okay. So I do not have a unique X, Y, Z, W. I do not have a unique set of values. I have infinite number of answers. And that is what this means. If I get an equation all 0, I have infinite number of solutions. Okay. So today I have some examples. One of the examples showed that I have no solution. And this example shows that I have infinite number of solutions. When I have no solution, what I get is 0 equals a number. If you see that, that means I don't have any solution. And if one of the rows in the matrix representation, if one of the rows contains all 0, then that means you have infinite number of solutions. Good. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.